you conscious that you're playing? Or
Yes.
During that game, were you going, "Oh,
Mate.
geez, I'm having the game of my life here"?
You know, and you would have played in games, and I think doesn't matter what level you are, you always have games you'll remember when you felt like you could do anything.
Yeah.
Now, the big regret for me is I didn't score, which I wasn't really a goal scorer, but there was an action where I probably could have or should have, or Arnie should have, but I did have the feeling that I could have played all night. I just wanted the ball. I felt just untouchable, and it was just one of those games, and it is a game that that changed my life.
Maradona set up a goal for Balboa.
Yep.
He beat Bosnia near post. Incredible goal.
Yeah,
incredible header. The Vidmar brothers combined. The game ends 1-1. Watching the game yesterday, what's really interesting, as the world's media starts pouring onto the field to go around Maradona, he's brushing people away and makes a beeline straight for you. Now, I don't suppose you speak Spanish, but what did he do? Did you find out what he said to you?
Well, apparently he said that he just kept repeating, "I was the best. You're the best. You're the best." And
wow.
He was grabbing me on the cheek, and it hurt. Like, it was quite hard, but it was very affectionate. And he's only a little guy, you know. So he sort of turned away, and everyone's chasing him for his shirt. And I thought, well, there's no point asking him for his shirt. He'll give it to whoever he wants. So anyway, I don't know what happened, and off I went towards the tunnel.
But you ended up with his shirt, courtesy of his wife, Claudia.
So I get to the tunnel, right?
Yeah.
And it's pandemonium still, and you want to stay out and soak up that atmosphere. But we realise it's 1-1, it's half time.
Yeah.
But for us, we were so much the underdogs that it feels nearly like a win. So I get to the tunnel, and this guy in a suit, and it ends up being the team manager, speaks pretty good English, broken English, and he says, "Robbie, please." This is, and you know where the benches at the old, well, it's knocked down now. So you had one on one side, you got the tunnel going up. So looking down at me, it's this blonde girl, and I instantly recognised because I've seen photos in the papers. It's Claudia. It's Maradona's wife. There's no doubt about it. And she's looking at me, and she's doing this, and I'm going.
Still got it.
Yeah. And well, there was a little thought, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So the manager starts saying, "Oh, Claudia wants your shirt," and I'm going, "Yeah, mate, you know, yeah." And I looked up at Claudia, and I'm thinking, I can't say no to Maradona's wife. So I took it off slowly, and I went and I handed it up to her, and she was like this and like that. I went, "Yep." And by the time I looked around, the manager's gone. I thought, well, I'm going to look like a real idiot. So I walked up the tunnel, you know, it's a fair distance.
Yep.
And other players were coming in, and everyone swapped with that. That's what you did in those days. And, you know, they were big names, you know, Batistutta's shirt and all this. So anyway, I get into the dressing room, and I sit down, and I go, well, this is good. And everyone's sitting around. You've been in the dressing rooms, and Arnie looks across to me, and I think Milan Ivanovic, who was our sweeper, and they looked, so, "Robbie, did you get a shirt?" And I went, "No," I said, "I gave it to Claudia." And they looked at me and they go, "What?" I said, "Maradona," I started to try and launch into this story. This is just you know, we're all sweat running down us. And they go, "You're an idiot." I go, well, you know, like, and they just started laughing. They started laughing. Next minute, there's a tap on the door, Matty. It's the manager again. He pops his head in. He looks across and he speaks to him and he says, "Diego wants to see Robbie." And a few of the other players, some had already gone in the shower, but a few of the players heard it and go, "Well, you can't go in there." I mean, yeah.
Still another leg to play.
Yeah. And I looked at him and I hesitated about 3 seconds. I said, "Yeah, see you later." And I went straight across. So I went across the little distance, and that's when...
And he was waiting for you?
He was waiting. So I walked in those days there was lockers where they had all this stuff, and he come up and he pinched me again on the face, and he was doing this with both his hands, and turned around, he got his sweaty shirt, which I'd never washed till this day. And he gave it to me and said a few words, and the manager said, you know, like this, and Diego's going, and I said, "See you in Buenos Aires." Then he turned around and gave me his tracksuit and his training top.
Wow.
But how good's this?